everyone. Thank you, Scott and Chris. My name is Ibrahim Dogus, and I'm proud to be the founder of the British Kebab Awards. Now, in its 8th year, the high spot in the national culinary calendar. Welcome to all our distinguished guests from the worlds of catering, politics, trade unions like Unite the Union, GMB, GFTU, and many others, FPU as well. Metrak is here tonight. People from journalism, businesses. Our mayor, Sadiq Khan, is here tonight. And members of parliament, ministers, shadow ministers, welcome all. I'm going to start with a story. It's a story from ancient Greece. It's taken from a book, from book 9 of the Iliad by Homer. Homer describes the meeting of Achilles with Odysseus on the warm shores of the Aegean Sea. He put down a great meat block in the light of the fire, placed on it the meat of a sheep and a fat goat, cut into joints, then chopped it fine and threaded the pieces on spits. When the fire had died down, he spread the spits above the fire, and when it was roasted, they took bread and served meat. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, in the 8th century, before the birth of Christ, Achilles and Odysseus were eating kebabs. Homer doesn't tell us if they had the extra chili sauce or not. But the point is, the kebab is one of the oldest foods in history. It is also one of the most popular. More than 1.5 million kebabs are sold and eaten every day in the United Kingdom. There are 20,000 kebab outlets in the UK, from doner ones to fine dining restaurants in every corner of the country. Often the last light burning on a late night, the light of a kebab shop, the light that never goes out. A firm British favorite, a fixed part of our national love of takeaways. As authors Sami Zubaydah and Richard Tipper have said, there is a lot more to food than eating and cooking. Behind every dish lies a world, a culture, a history. Dishes have social meaning. They have emotional and symbolic significance. Food is about power. It is an expression of identity and ideology. It touches on issues of class, gender, race, and ethnicity. It is a clue to history. It has a language. And it's not just our culture, it's our economy too. The kebab industry makes a huge contribution to British economy. It isn't easy. Money is tight in many communities. Not every part of the country is thriving. Rents are up, rates are up, utility bills are up, the cost of food is up, but wages have not gone up, so people have less to spend. So SME turnover is down. You can see the impact on every high street, with empty premises and rows of charity shops. You hear this from the Bangladeshi Catering Association, from the National Federation of Fish Fryers, the Chinese restaurants, and takeaways and others who are all here tonight among us. That's why we launched the British Takeaway campaign, spearheaded by Just Eat, to speak up for the whole sector with one voice. I hope Rishi Sunak hears the cries of our small businesses in his budget next week. But despite all the challenges, we have created thousands of jobs in the industry and wider supply chain. The brave entrepreneurs and investors, the brilliant dishwashers and floor sweepers, the daring delivery drivers, the doughty serving staff and waiters, the creative chefs and cooks, everyone who makes it possible for the customer to come away with a tasty treat at a price everyone can afford, as we have done for decades. And that includes vegan kebabs and vegetarian kebabs, a major growth area according to British Takeaway Campaign survey. As kebab industry, we all come together to establish Kebab Alliance, working all year for our industry. When I came to this country as a refugee teenager, I started out washing dishes and sweeping floors. I served up food in Mayfair restaurants. I worked long hours and was glad for generous tips. For many immigrants, the kebab industry and other parts of food industry provides the entry-level jobs to get a foothold in the world of work. For decades, Turkish, Kurdish, Lebanese, Greek immigrants, people from the Balkans, and all around the Mediterranean and Middle East have come here to Britain to build the British kebab industry that we are celebrating tonight. I am not sure what the government is trying to achieve with its changes to the immigration system. I'm not sure if their definition of who is and who isn't skilled is very helpful. I do know that as the plans stand, they will hit the catering industry hard, making it harder for small businesses and worse for customers. I would urge ministers to think again, and I urge every MP here tonight to raise these issues in Parliament. And it's not just the kebab businesses, but also the wider takeaway industry. That's why I'm proud to chair the British Takeaway Campaign, advocating the multi-billion-pound sector of the economy. And the thing about the immigrants is, we work hard, we want to get on, we want to provide for our families, we pay our taxes. If we are fortunate enough, we start successful businesses and we create jobs for other people. We add value to our communities and our country. Just think of all the immigrants who shape our country, from Mo Farah to Raheem Sterling, from Lord Karambilamoria to Nadim Zahavi MP, Minister for Trade tonight. Each contributing another stone to the mosaic of Britishness. What is more British than fish and chips? A Chinese takeaway, a tikka masala, or a doner kebab? We are all proud to be British, even if we were born somewhere else. That's the true strength of Britain: diverse, tolerant, and ever-changing. So now we are out of the European Union. Let's not close our minds and hearts. Let's look upward and outwards. Let's open our doors to those who want to work hard and make a success of things. Let's look after one another, like at the With Love Cafe in Waterloo, where we support homeless people by serving up fantastic coffee and food and giving people a helping hand. 3,000 free meals for homeless since we opened in August last year. Let's support our small businesses. We need to support all our small businesses across the country with frictionless trade, fair business rates, or even scrapping business rates altogether and having maybe a land tax. Access to skilled workers from abroad, like chefs, and other support for this vital sector. I hope the government's new T-level will address skills shortage in our industry. But it is not due to be rolled out for 3 more years. What are we meant to do in the meantime? Don't forget, SMEs account for 3/5 of the jobs and around half of the turnover of UK private sector. Again, we cannot close our doors on talent and energy. Let's all together fight the rise in racism and hate crimes. Often small businesses are at the sharp end of racist attacks and abuse. And let's work with our police and campaigns like the brilliant Show Racism the Red Card, who are our chosen charity this year. Welcome, guys. This year we had more nominations than ever. Let's make our country live up to its promise: a free, fair, diverse, tolerant, and vibrant place to live and work, no matter where you are from or whatever your dreams are. As I said, we had more nominations than ever for this year's Kebab Awards, from Whitley Bay to Woking, from Hastings to Hackney. And let me thank our British Kebab Awards judges for their efforts this year, and to everyone who nominated their kebab house and restaurant. I know the quality is high, the competition is fierce, and the judges' job has been hard. I'm looking to finding out the winners shortly. Before we make this year's awards, we are here tonight thanks to the generosity of several great friends of ours. And I'm going to name them all. I know you will want to show your gratitude for their hospitality. That's Just Eat, Unilever and Ben & Jerry's, Coca-Cola, Booker's, Big K, Cobra Beer, Ace for Kebab, McCain, and all other business leaders who are here tonight, who might become our sponsors hopefully next year. And I like to thank all the staff and volunteers at Seftus, Niall, Ayla, Victoria, Anil, Harun, Olcay, Ali Aydar, Svetlana and Sezgin, and the staff of the Madhus Catering and Westminster Plaza Hotel for hosting us tonight, and to all of you for making tonight such a great success. And one very special person I would like to thank, that's my wife Raife, who is here on table 5. Thank you, Raife, for everything you've done. Friends, nearly 3,000 years ago, humans were eating kebabs. Tonight, people across the UK are eating kebabs. And I'm happy to say you will have kebabs tonight. And I'm sure that in another 3,000 years, if we last as long, subject to climate change, there will still be kebabs. Thank you for listening. Thank you for joining us tonight. Thank you very much.